Okay, and now we are looking at the new cell phone ban law, and the first thing I notice is this law only applies to a mobile communication device, and it defines it. It means a text messaging device or a wireless two-way communication designed to receive and transmit voice or text communication. Okay, there's also a lot of loopholes in here. Okay, here they are. The loopholes this law does not apply to any person who's summoning a medical or emergency help, any person who is using a mobile communication device for the purpose of farming or agricultural operation. Of course, farming people are always exempt from everything. To a person operating an ambulance or emergency vehicle, so that means all the police can use their cell phones, all the ambulance can use their cell phone. To a person 18 years of age or older who's using hands-free, that means all adults can continue to use their cell phones as long as you're using a hands-free cell phone. To a person operating a motor vehicle while providing public safety services or emergency services as a volunteer, that means if you're involved in either police or emergency services and you're not employed there, this does not apply to you. To a person operating a motor vehicle while acting in the scope of a person's employment as a public safety officer. Okay, the police, we just said that. To a person operating a motor vehicle in the scope of a person's employment if operation of the motor vehicle is necessary for the person's job. So, if you're employed and you need, like a traveling salesman or something, and you have to be in the car all the time, then this law does not apply to you. So, there's loads and loads of loopholes. To a person using a function of the mobile communication device that allows for only one-way communication while the person is operating motor. That means a device that only has one-way communication can be used, like a radio that's talking to you. Operating a motor vehicle is, this is also for a person operating a vehicle in the scope of the employment, providing transit services to persons with disabilities or senior citizens. That means they can use a communication device that allows for one-way communication. Participating in public safety or emergency, that means you can have a radio that has a one-way communication. And notwithstanding ORS 810.410, a police officer may enforce this provision only as a secondary action. So in other words, you can't even get a ticket for this unless you're doing something else. So this law has no teeth. Okay, it's a Class D traffic violation, which is the lowest violation of traffic law there is. So this law is basically nothing, okay? And trying to make it sound like it's a whole big law, but, I'm looking right at it. And for everybody else in the world, it's not a big deal. And transit service, some states have actually, in their law, have banned transit operators from carrying cell phones, or absolutely cannot use them ever while they're in the bus. Oregon has not adopted that law. They allow you to carry cell phones while you're at work and use them and try to say that layovers. So that's the law here. It's completely toothless, nothing law. So don't let anybody tell you otherwise.